about the red phone
Yeah,
boxes.
well, it had three on the longer glass pack, not the short. You had the middle one for longer, and each payphone had a warning on it. Persons stealing from or committing willful damage to these kiosks rendered themselves liable to imprisonment. Imprisonment was the word.
Not a fine.
I tell you something, I saw Neighbourhood Blue a few years ago.
Neighbourhood Blue?
No, well, I saw on TV, and it's still treated very seriously. Somebody tried to drill in front of the cash box, the payphone cash box, in front of the lid, right? And try and open up the phone. Now, it's very, very difficult. If they had a tamper alarm, they bang and drill, it would shock the phone, set the camera off for 5 minutes. But they haven't got that. Or if you whack the phone, try and pull it off its lead, it shocks the phone and the camera goes off. A tamper camera. A camera only goes off when it's tampered. If you've been to East Ham, in Focus rubbish pub payphones, they had 20 at East Ham that all got broken into. If you go to
Did
East
you say
Ham,
in Focus rubbish payphones?
well, they had pub payphones. You don't have that. You have proper payphones with the cash box separate. What happened was, all their phones got broken into, so they have a camera on all the phones, and there's a warning that they're on camera. It's not just a frightening warning, it's a real warning. And you see the camera on top of the phone like the bowl, like in the shop. You don't have to have a camera on the bowl, you can have a spy hole in the phone. You
Right.
see what I mean? And BT said their cameras in the internet, but at the moment they're not being used. It would be very good because the people, the van, they should have the payphones out. They shouldn't remove them. I tried to use PlusNet once, and half a day it was down, and I was told you couldn't use it. Well, they gave the real reason why you couldn't use it.
How many telephone companies is there?
BT and New World. New World took over Mercury and IPM. Mercury didn't have cash phones. When they had a cash phone, they were rubbish because they always went wrong. You remember the IPM orange phones? Well, Mercury used to be blue. Then Mercury had to close down because they went bust because they didn't have cash phones. And then they had IPM phones. And then IPM was taken over. No, they had the silly phones, not pub payphones, and then IPM took over.
The Silly Phone Company, that'd be a good
no,
name.
It was a strong phone. You remember you had to click the handset on, it could break easily, and you had a tiny display and you dropped the coin in when you picked it up, and there was a little lid. They changed the plastic to a metal lid. One of those long phones. If I showed you what Mercury had and IPM, they would always go wrong. They were not properly tested. And IPM went bust because the phones were worse than BT. You see what I mean? They were worse. I don't know if it's in there. None in there?
No.
So what happened was they went bust. And the company went bust, and when it went bust, New World took over them. New World and IPM were out, but New World came out after Mercury withdrew from the payphones because they're mainly card phones and people mainly use cash.
Why did BT get rid of Busby?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because it's quite catchy. Maybe they should bring back Busby.
Did you know on Neighbourhood Blue, when they arrested one person, that they
What's
accused-
Neighbourhood Blue? Well,
Well,
I've heard of
on
Neighbourhood
TV, you've got
Watch.
Oxford Circus, where they're police patrolling in London, and Neighbourhood Blue that reports anyone stealing or committing offences. You call it Neighbourhood Blue.
Is that on the television programme?
Well, it has been on in the past. And what happened? It's not a funny program. And they arrested one person that tried to break into the payphone at Ilford. And do you know what they announced on TV? Do you know it's treated worse than shoplifting? They announced that breaking or tampering with payphones is treated very, very, very seriously. If somebody tampers with the payphone, they don't muck around. I was told years ago in GPO years, because they used to know me,
General Post Office.
yes, if anybody's caught breaking into the phone, they sling them in prison. Well, they treat it very, very seriously. You don't remember Dean Kuntz? You remember the Open Liberty in 2002?
Did you just say Dean Kuntz?
Yeah.
He was an American writer.
Well, I don't know. He lived at Billericay.
He was American.
Well, one lived at Billericay. He had a bike, and his nan left him a house that died in Romford. I don't know whereabouts.
Dean Kuntz wrote a book called The Eyes of Darkness.
Right, well, it may not be him. He used to ride a bike, and there were no barriers at Romford. And he used to travel from Billericay to Romford, and he used to ride his bike in the Open Liberty and all around Romford, blocking up all the payphones on a bike. You don't remember?
Oh, I know. And then he was taking the paper out and getting the money. Is that right?
He was blocking up the lids with the pens or things like that. Well, in the paper in 2002, he was doing it in 2000, I think. I read the paper, and Dean Kuntz was arrested at Romford Station, getting the money out of the payphone because he was blocking up the lids. Now, for the sake of a small quantity of cash, if you've got 10 or 20 pound on your loose change, say 10 or 15 pound on you, they take it you've been doing it all the time. But don't worry about the small amount of money he had. He had a house left him at Romford by his nan. He lived at Billericay, and he had the money. They fined him £10,000, which everybody would say is not worth it. If you vandalise a phone, or if you steal from the phone, even today they treat it very, very, very seriously. But would I say BT should be made to put out payphones? The Wi-Fi at the station may not always work. It can go down like the internet, and so do the satellite phones in focus.
So the original phone boxes were red, and they were iron, made of iron, weren't they?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, press on answer phone. I'll tell you something you didn't know. Even on the press on answer phone, in a street phone, when you put in 10p, it would click, 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 click. That was counting the cash, like 5 twos or 5 twos, 5 units, whatever. And when it emptied the phone, they knew how much went in the phone, how much went in the phone to the last penny. But there was something that people did not know. If you rang someone up and it went beep, 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 and you put down the phone, the money in the street phone would still add up the same how much they should collect from the phone. But because it was pound answer and you rang someone up, and then when they picked up the phone, you put down the phone, that charge to the line. So if it was a renter's phone, the renter's phone didn't count the cash click, 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 like if you put in 10p or click if you put down 2p. I don't suppose you remember when you pressed the 10p and you hear it flickered 5 times. Did you hear that?
Yes, I do remember that.
But
Funny
in the
enough.
renter's phone you didn't hear that, did you?
No.
No, not in the renter's phone. A renter's phone.
When I had my home phone, we used to tap the phone, dial the number, tap the phone 5, 3.
That was a and B button. I think the renter got charged for that. Now what happens is, on the pay and answer phone, there was 2 things in the street phone. One would break circuit to put a current through the line each time it registered as 2p. So if you put in 10p, as the bar came back, it put 5 charges through, or if you had a phone scratch, it's like it registered. But then it also counted the cash. The flicking wasn't registering, it was counting the cash. But in the renter's box, it didn't count the cash. It didn't do that. It was when you used the renter's box, it never counted the cash. But it still registered the same as the street phone. Like if you rang someone up and they answered and put down the phone, the renter got charged a penny, say. You were always charged double on a payphone than a landline, not anymore. It's cheaper now to use a payphone. You always were charged double. So every time you rang someone up and put down the phone, the renter was charged. You see what I mean?
What's the? My sister lives in Sittingbourne. What's the area code to Sittingbourne?
I can easily look it up on the web. You tap in don't pay for direct inquiries. On my phone, I've credited.
But how did you know the area code to Jersey? You told me the other day.
01481 Guernsey Salt Albany. Jersey's 01534. The Isle of Man 01624. The Isle of Wight 01983. They're 3 lines. Residential, business, and payphone.
Private.
And payphone. If you dial Jersey on your private line, they won't come out if you're free calls. You've got to pay separately. And on the business line as well. On a payphone, it's a loss leader. So if you wanted to call Jersey on a payphone, I put down the phone and I didn't believe them. And I rang again. I said, it can't be true. I paid 40p before. No, you get the same 30 minutes for 60p if you call the Channel Islands as well. So I said, if I ring Jersey, it's the same as your next door neighbour. They abolished all the national and national one. Regional call was London to Brentford or something like that, out of your area. All areas surrounding outside your area is local. But if you ring outside 2 areas, it was regional. If you rang 35 miles, it was national. But regional was the same as national 1. And then you had, national. Regional was national, and national was national, and then you had.
So what's the area code to somewhere like Wales? Like if I wanted to call Swansea?
On the phone, I could look that up. It's a UK call. It's a UK call, and I was warned. When you can ring Northern Ireland, but you have to be careful, you have to check it out. Some may charge you for ringing Northern Ireland.
How much?
Well, it's supposed to be free because Northern Ireland is, if you're in Southern Ireland, you have to dial 048 to Northern Ireland. It used to be 048 in England, but then they brought out 010207 so you know what you were ringing. For later changes. So it's not 048 anymore, it's 028. And Dublin was a funny number. We used to have 010. And in Germany, when I was small, it was 00 to ring out. 10 for national, 20 to ring out. Now in Germany, it was 00. All European countries. England was odd out. It was 010. It wasn't 010353. It used to be treble 01. Then they changed it to 010353 because I mean, fancy having a funny number for Dublin. Treble 01, 048, treble 01 to Dublin. Northern Ireland was 048, it's 028 now. And Dublin used to be treble 01. Instead 010353. Then they changed it to 010353 because it's stupid having two different international numbers, treble 01 and 010353. You see what I mean?
So what's that 0898 number?
That used to be premium. No, that used to be. It's not anymore. 0898 used to be premium, and 0897 used to be premium, and 0839 used to be premium. There used to be a few premium numbers: 0898, 0839, and 0897. 0897 was a premium number as well.
Did you ever watch Star Trek?
Well, I don't watch that, and I tell you, Space 1999 is a load of rubbish.
You've never ever watched Star Trek at all in your life?
Well, I did, but if I was doing judo karate, and I did that at that cross, and then they said we're going to stop it, we're not doing it anymore. Some silly lad didn't want to go to karate or judo because he wanted to karate because he wanted to watch Star Trek. Now, if you've got something important on, you can always miss your program. But for the sake of Star Trek or Space 1999, you don't watch that. If you do karate or something important,
Because
you do something.
in Star Trek they had a flip phone. Before the mobile phone came along.
Well, yeah, they probably still have flip phones. They still have flip phones where you flip. They still have that in Star Trek because they got the old programs, and so you see, the old payphones. If you rang someone up.
What bus goes to Barkingside?
A 162. There's a few of them. I can't remember.
Is it 24?
247.
That's correct. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Still does.
I've never been to Barkingside.
I think I better get the car.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.